Veer Sanghvi, the Congress is a past master at making the lives of minority governments miserable. Will Sheila Dikshit and the Congress play along and give Arvind the fair chance? Or do you think from the very first moment they'll be looking for an opportunity to pull the rug?
Well, first things first. I saw what Sheila ji said, and she's a lovely lady. I'm not quite sure what her locus standi is. She is not president of the Delhi Congress. She's not an MLA. I'm not sure she's in any position to make discussions or make any conclusions or demands about conditional, unconditional. I would ignore what she says. Yeah, I would look towards the future. What you have to remember about Arvind Kejriwal is that he's running two races. One is a long-term race and one is a 100-meter dash. The long-term race is to make the Aam Aadmi a national party. Many people, the BJP for instance, told people who were going to vote for Arvind that this is a wasted vote. You will never get anything. If Arvind had not formed the government, the next general election people would have said, see, it was a wasted vote. So he has to form the government for the long term. In terms of Chief Minister of Delhi, this is a 100-meter dash. No political party is going to allow this government to succeed. No water board is going to allow this government to succeed. No private electricity provider is going to allow this government to succeed. It is in their interest to drag him down as soon as possible because, as you said, if it can work, if you can reduce electricity prices by half, if you can provide free water to Delhi, why would anybody vote for the BJP? Why would anybody vote for the Congress? Why would anybody allow all these private companies to make money? So Arvind has to do what he can in the 3 or 4 months. Prashant Bhushan was in your network a little earlier talking about his time frame, and he said 6 months, maybe a year. So they have, I reckon, realistically, between 6 months to a year, they've got to make their mark. Will that be easy? No, it won't.
Rahul Mehra, are you concerned about the possibility of sabotage from within the system? We've already seen complaints of there being water shortage in the Trans-Yamuna area. We've seen also power outages in South Delhi. Do you believe that there is a possibility that those who are disgruntled, who've been part of the administrative matrix all this while, will now act in a way that it seems to the people of the capital that Arvind Kejriwal and the Aam Aadmi Party cannot deliver? What do you think also of Sheila Dikshit saying it's not unconditional? Suddenly, this morning, it became conditional support.
Well, Rahul, over the last 2 weeks, this is exactly what we've been saying, and which is why Aam Aadmi Party wrote that letter to the leaders of the two national parties. Because we knew nothing in politics and nothing in the politics of BJP and Congress is either constructive support or unconditional support. Given an opportunity at the very first moment, they will pull the rug. And we are very much aware of all these realities as they exist before us. So, but what was the option before us? You know, we were being called shirkers, we were being called people who have absolutely no vision, who have no wherewithal to, we promised the moon and we can't even achieve it, and we are running away from reality. So, we have actually taken the bull by its horn, and we are not going to run away from here. We are a party which thrives under challenges.
Okay.
We are not even considered underdogs, and we come out as champions. And with humility, I want to say, give us a chance. Please wait and watch. Arvind and Aam Aadmi Party, we are not a status quoist party or individuals. We believe in reforms, and we believe in transformation, and we don't want to wait for the rest of our life like the other political parties telling us that next generation will have it and the next generation will have it. No,
okay.
We are
the BJP particularly, Siddharth Nath Singh is very concerned that if these promises are fulfilled, then people will wonder why they need the BJP at all. In fact, there was a cover story in a national news magazine which said, if you have Kejriwal, you don't need Modi. If Kejriwal can reduce electricity tariff by 50%, if he can provide free water, then he shows that he can do what the BJP didn't even promise, that you are part of this one big gang, as much a part of the matrix, and therefore a challenger from outside is what you need, not just in Delhi but also nationally. Siddharth Nath Singh.
Well, Rahul, you may try to prop up anything, but the issue lies here is that we all need to see whether he can deliver on those things which he had promised. Now, it is a matter of time. We will all wait for that, and if he can do that wonders, then definitely whether it's BJP or any other political party which is in the state would like to take that, because that's the best thing to do for any voters coming or the citizens coming from that state. So I don't see that as a confusion or as a threat. Perhaps it is a challenge which they need to prove, and for all of us to think, if he can do it, then why not we also do it? So that's a challenge. So let's wait for it. But again, we cannot decide what they're going to do. all what we are seeing today is there is a somersault from the Aam Aadmi of what they had been saying.
I'm coming to that.
And we have seen
That's
in
part
24
two.
hours.
You try and take my debate into the direction that suits you best. I'm coming to that, but I want to go across to Vishwanathan at this time. Is there a problem, Mr. Vishwanathan, in Aam Aadmi Party having raised the expectation bar so high that whatever they do from here will not seem sufficient? We saw when Obama took over in the United States, riding a wave of support, everything he did later seemed very pale in comparison. And I think it is Jairam Ramesh quoted this at the India Today State of States, that you go out and campaign in poetry, but you actually have to govern in prose. So do you think everything they do from here will seem insufficient and inadequate, Mr. Vishwanathan?
On the contrary, prose can be great literature. And I think what really is going to be tested is the behavior of BJP and Congress. If they become intrusive, the people will resent their intrusion. I think there's a more important issue. Arvind Kejriwal has to give a timetable, has to make the heuristics of governance transparent. You see, there's a danger. If you look at Rahul Mehra, instead of giving a ball-by-ball commentary, he gives me an editorial. I think we have to return to ball-by-ball commentaries in politics. Every step has to be examined, scrutinized. And if Arvind can make that transparent, even if he fails, the people will back him into the second round. Because today the cynicism about politics is over. You see, if you look at Sheila Dixit, she's a forlorn figure. She looks like an abandoned headmistress of some school. Arvind Kejriwal is today at the center of history, and the people are going to make history for him. A lot of the problems are not as difficult as made out by the Congress and the BJP. They're quite simple. They can be solved. And if he has the determination to solve them, he will do it.